My name is Andrew Christophides and I'm the curator of this exhibition. The exhibition is called Visions of Utopia, and the purpose for that title is that it goes back to the early 20th century utopian movements which wanted to create an art that actually interrelated with people, architecture and design. The other term for it that's commonly used is non-objective art, and non-objective art actually looks at making an art that is made up of the formal elements of painting, and by those I mean colour, line, shape, surface, texture, paint quality and those sorts of things. The way it's set up is in a way that shows the concerns that non-objective artists in this country have had while they've been working in this field. So what I've done is set it up in terms of the formal properties of paintings that different artists have been addressing over the years. These artists were not trying to get rid of meaning in art. What they were trying to do was actually extend meaning in art through a different kind of language, a language that was basically pure, concentrating on shapes, colours, lines and so forth. If you think about what this sort of work would entail, beginning a new language, what they had to do was essentially create forms that were new and didn't have any meaning beyond themselves, so they naturally turned to geometric forms, which were seen to be neutral. They had no meaning beyond themselves and they could be seen for what they were. The blue gridded wooden structure leaning against a wall, it's simply called grid, and it's by Hilary Mays. So once again, the idea that one is not looking at illusion, one is looking at an actual object sitting on the wall or leaning against the wall. The other thing is they look to other forms of endeavour that might provide them with a role model. And one of those was actually music, because they saw music as being a much purer form of art than painting, because music had a purity about it that meant that the listener could just listen and not ask for meaning, but simply experience through the act of hearing. I do have work in this exhibition. The reason for that is that it's close to my heart, this exhibition, so I would naturally put one of my own works in it. This one here is 1984, which I did when I had a studio in Liverpool Street in Sydney. It uses numeric sequences to create what I call pure forms. So this has been in the making since, well, the last 3-4 years nearly. I think people, when they come to see an exhibition like this, probably it would be useful if they had a bit more background at all, but I think that's probably provided in the catalogue. What I would say to them is stop trying to understand the work as individual pieces, simply learn to look at it for what it is and enjoy the actual combinations of colours and so forth, because in the end that's what these works were about. If they were to approach this in the same way as they approach music, then that's useful, because music, they listen to it and don't ask questions about it. They either enjoy it or don't enjoy it. So to some extent that's how I think they should approach an exhibition like this.